Holly Maxwell does not sit still. As director of a daycare, it's not an option.
All right, little angels, go line up because we're going to wash our hands.
At Little Angels, Maxwell and her staff oversee what can only be described as managed chaos.
We're not just babysitters. We are actually teaching these kiddos something. There's always something that needs to be done.
You almost don't realize how much you thrive off of chaos.
Add in new COVID protocols, they have their hands full. And this is just a typical Wednesday. When she gets here at 5:25 a.m., her first clients are already waiting.
Good morning, good morning. How are you guys?
It's really early. It's 5:30 in the morning. Does every day start like this?
Absolutely, it does.
And then when do you typically leave?
If I have staffing, I can leave at 5.
Do you usually have staffing?
Not always.
The childcare industry lost 350,000 workers at the beginning of the pandemic, about a third of the workforce. Now, 115,000 of those workers still have not returned.
What's the hardest part of your job right now?
Lack of staffing. It's hard to get good quality teachers simply because we can't pay them what they're worth. With COVID, they are risking their lives. Not everyone can do this job because you have to have 100% patience with these children because their behavior is not their fault.
Working at a childcare like this requires specialized training, but the national average pay is just $12 an hour, less than what McDonald's and Amazon distribution centers pay.
If you're in childcare, you're not in childcare for the money. You're in this for the kids.
It's to the point that nearly half of childcare workers across a majority of the country rely on public assistance for food and children's health insurance. But Holly can't pay her staff more unless she raises tuition. This creates a vicious cycle, as workers across all industries are slow to return after pandemic shutdowns.
Most of our workforce is built upon working parents. If they don't have child care, they can't work.
President Biden wants to supplement child care costs for both families and providers with his American Families Plan.
These children are our future. If we don't invest in our children here, they're not going to invest in us when they become adults. They're not going to be contributing members to societies.
The proposal is a start, but the U.S. has a long way to go to match other countries' investment in their youngest generation. Until then, Little Angels relies on the generosity of the community.
We get random donations dropped off all the time, just groceries, milk, cereal, and sometimes we don't even know who it's from. It's just good to know that the community has our back through times like this where, food grants are down and numbers are down because kids are being quarantined.
We've made it to lunchtime, but the afternoon only brings more work.
And it's just nonstop all day.
Until nap time. Nap time's everything nice and quiet. They're all sleeping. That's what we hope for. And then that's when we can get some of our stuff done. Because we'll fill out their daily reports that goes to mom and dad. And that's all emailed to them through the app that we use.
So there's all this hands-on, go, go, go vibe all morning. And then after all of that, when you get a break, it's not even really a break.
Correct.
Because you have this paperwork to do.
Right. Yeah.
It just never ends.
Never ends. Yeah. So you literally walk out the door and then of course you go home to your children that need the same things.
Until tomorrow, when they do it all over again.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.